Hello Virgo, welcome to my channel. This is Victoria at Radiant Moon Tarot, and this is your October 2021 career and finance reading. If you're new to my channel, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm truly grateful for each and every one of you. So let's get right into your reading. So the beginning of October 6th, we actually have a new moon in Libra. So this is really giving you a chance to have a little bit of a look at things, find your balance, truths revealed and comes to light as well when we have that Libran energy. Okay, things, justice, solutions, okay, really do get highlighted there. We have a full moon in Aries on October 20th. And that gives you motivation, fire, passion to get things going, to make change, to make improvements, whatever that happens to be for you, to follow your passion, follow your dreams. We also have, of course, Halloween at the end of October. And of course, that is where the veil is very, very thin. And so pay very close attention as we get a little bit closer to October. Pay a little bit more attention to signs, symbols, synchronicities, dreams. All right. And that's quite often where we get some really powerful messages from spirit that come in as well. But we do have Mercury in retrograde all the way up to October 18th. Now, Mercury is in retrograde in Libra. And so what this actually does is it makes the retrograde a little bit less scary, okay, for some people, because it really is about communication, verbal, written, all kinds of communication. And with this being in Libra, this may be a perfect time to make negotiations. What am I doing? To have negotiations, okay, negotiate contracts, deals, those kind of things, but with a little bit of an air of caution. It is also a perfect time to have some really healthy, good debates with the people that are around you as well. But again, a little bit of a side order of caution there as well. All right. So, have a little bit of discernment there. But a lot of people are really trying to find a healthier balance in their life, okay, between their work, their career. And, so October may be very important. Not necessarily to make physical change, all right, but at least to come to the deep inner knowing, okay, of where you want to go. So we've got building blocks coming in here, and building blocks really does remind you that a perfect life is not built overnight. And we just put one brick into place at a time, one day at a time, one foot in front of the other. And when we look back, we can actually see how far we've come and see what we have built. So our life is made up of all of these little small wins, these small accomplishments, and yes, lessons and challenges as well through our life journey. And, yes, some certain things happen in the blink of an eye, right? Surprises, big things sometimes do happen all at once, but more often than not, it is one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. And that's what Spirit reminds us here with building blocks. All right, to look back and evaluate where you've come, what you've built so far, what is important for you, where you're going, and then remind you that sometimes things really just move forward with a little bit of baby steps, but you have the ability to continue building the life that you are looking to build. And that is card number 28, so it reduces down into a 10. 10s are completion, the end of a cycle, relates back to the Wheel of Fortune card, and it shows that there's something new on the horizon as well. All right, so whether you are finding completion with a project, with a certain goal, okay, thinking of letting something go, that full moon in Aries perhaps, right? Full moons quite often are about letting go. The new moons are about setting intentions and starting with a fresh, clean slate. All right, so as the month progresses, you may find yourself in those kind of situations. All right, and but it shows that as well that there's something bigger, something better on the way in for you as well. So if you're looking for a new job, keep on doing whatever you're doing. Put your resume out there. Be discerning about where you apply, right? You're not going to get any further ahead by putting out 50 resumes today as opposed to putting out 3 that are a little bit more targeted. All right, think of it as if you've got like a big ball of energy that you're dealing with. All right, how do you want to split it up, right? Split it up where it has the most impact, right? Instead of having it fragmented all over the place, right? So to be a little bit more targeted in your approach. and you will, you'll be amazed actually what happens from there when you do that. All right. So be a little bit discerning. Okay, think about what you want. So anyways, but we also do have a leg up here as well. Sometimes we don't do everything alone. A leg up shows that there may be some help available to you at the moment. Now, this could be spiritual help. Okay, this can be some messages coming in from spirit. As card 34 reduces down to a 7, all right, which is a very spiritual number. Okay, shows that you are actually in alignment with your spiritual path, with where you're meant to be. All right, even if you're not on a spiritual journey. Okay, spirit's guiding you and helping you every step of the way. All right, even through your tough times, even through your challenges. All right, but there may be some external help in your environment that you can ask for as well, right? Life isn't built alone. We are not solitary creatures. And there's times when you have to go things alone and you have to rely on yourself. But then there's other times where there's other people around you that can give you a little bit of a leg up, a little bit of a helping hand. If you are looking for a job, have you networked? Have you put yourself out there? Do your friends know? Have you put out like an SOS on Facebook or something? Hey friends, I'm looking for a job, right? It can be some help from like, I don't know if you've got like a job bank or something like that, or some work assistance or something like that. There may be an opportunity there for you as well. Okay, you could also tap into somebody. Maybe you have a friend that's really good with words. They can help you with your resume a little bit. All right, but this could also represent you giving someone else a helping hand as well. So whether you are looking for help, needing help in an area, could even be a project that you're working on, right? And maybe you've just like hit a brick wall, or there's something that's a little bit outside the realm of your knowledge. All right, you may actually be asking for help. But again, leg up can also mean that you are providing help and assistance or direction to other people around you as well. So it really is, wow, thank you very much. It really is one of teamwork. So let's pull your tarot and let's see what we've got coming out for you. Flying out of the deck already, we have the 8 of Coins as the heart of your reading, heart of the matter, and or current situation, and it is in reverse. All right, so let's just pull the rest of your cards, and then we'll go a little bit deeper in that. So crossing, you've got the 5 of Swords. Okay. All right, beneath you, we have the Sun. Okay. Your recent past, we've got the 3 of Swords. Yep, I kind of see that. Okay. Crowning you, your goals, thoughts, possibilities, is the 4 of Swords. I'm just going to move these over just a little bit. Your near future, the Ace of Cups. Look at that. Whew, thank goodness. Okay, because you got some tricky energy coming out here. All right, your current attitude and also advice, the 9 of Coins. Gotta like that one. External influences, the Ace of Coins. You know what? You are my last reading for career for October. Okay, and you are the only one to get, as far as I remember, you are the only one to get multiple aces. So, hopes and fears, the 9 of Wands. And overall outcome, we've got the 9 of Swords. And coming with that, we've got the 6 of Coins. All right. Energy at the bottom of your deck, which I don't always look at, but I did just now. And we've got the 4 of Wands there for you. Okay, so the underlying energy that is influencing, that's not going to stay there. All right, we have the 2 of Swords underneath that. Okay, so some decisions, and we see that with both of those aces coming out there. But the 4 of Wands is the energy that's influencing you, that is surrounding you. And the 4 of Wands brings in higher level of commitment. It does bring in new beginnings. It brings in abundance, joy, celebration, all of these bright and shiny energies. All right, and that's actually very much matching the Sun energy in your underlying influences there. So really very much in alignment. So again, it feels as though you're very much in alignment with yourself, your higher self, and with also spirit at the same time. And so really quite positive. All right, because right now we've got the 8 of Coins. So the 8 of Coins does represent that some of you are not currently working. All right, normally the eight of coins, which is the Eight of Pentacles in the upright, shows you loving what you do, working diligently, being committed, achieving a level of mastery, of skill, right on the brink of success, if you will. Okay, and with the Eight of Coins in reverse, okay, yes, some of you are not working right now. Okay, you're spinning your heels a little bit, and I swear I just saw that hand move. Anyway, weird. Anyways, and of course, in your recent past with the Three of Swords does show some loss, some sadness there. Okay, so I think some of you are trying to dig yourselves out of a hole. You're trying to find something a little bit new. All right, and so you are trying to find a brand new job, and we do of course have two aces coming in here, so that is pretty awesome energy. I feel for others of you that you are still working, but you may not like it. Okay, usually the Eight of Coins is, yes, it's one of hard work, but it's also one of like loving it, enjoying it. And so at the moment, I mean, if you are still working, you might not be liking it. You might not be enjoying it. You may be feeling a little bit out of your element. Okay, and again, we already had a little bit earlier, had the energy coming up where someone may have a project that they're working on, and you may feel as though you don't have the skills or the knowledge to see it through to completion, right? Someone may have tossed something in your lap and you're just like, ooh, I don't know how I can do this. All right, and there's that leg up energy. You might need to ask for a little bit of help there. Okay, you could also be in an environment. We do have a Five of Swords crossing you, so let's put a challenge on top of a challenge. Thank you, Tarot. Okay, and thank you, Spirit. And so there could be a situation there where there's a very challenging situation in your workplace environment, is that you're kind of still working hard, but you might just be spinning the wheels a little bit. Nobody's working together. The Five of Swords, a challenge on a challenge is people not working together, right? There might be every man out for themselves, and there's conflict, and there's backstabbing, and there's people stealing other people's ideas, and all of those fun things. And so you might be dealing with that kind of situation at the moment. So overall, not necessarily a great environment that you're dealing with at the moment. All right, but the Eight of Coins in reverse also shows that if you are feeling as though you need to hone your skills, all right, you may be contemplating going back to school. Okay, because maybe you're just coming to the conclusion that you just need some more knowledge, right? So there may be someone, interestingly enough, someone may be dropping out of school. All right, maybe there was a path that you were on and you finally came to the realization that, you know what, I thought this was the career path that I wanted. When I entered into my schooling a couple of years back, I thought that this was my key to the future. And with the Eight of Coins in reverse, you might be really conflicted at the moment, because you might be thinking of changing your focus. You might be thinking of dropping out of school as well, okay? Because the Eight of Coins can be one of knowledge as well, apprenticeship, right? Getting a higher education, so to speak. So either you are no longer liking your major and what you have worked hard for, and you're thinking of dropping that. You may also be thinking of changing that as well, but also some of you there may be thinking that you might need to, in order to make improvements, you might need to go back to school. Okay, you might need to, and it could just be, doesn't necessarily mean like, 4 years of university. All right, it could just be like a couple of small courses that maybe you need, right? If you're thinking of going up into a management position, there may just be, excuse me, a couple little evening classes or something like that, or even like a day class that you can take that just gives you a little bit of an oomph to your resume. All right. So, so certainly a little bit of a challenge right in the center, right? And of course, we do have the Five of Swords crossing you as well. So communication may be a real problem. All right. Might be a bit of a challenge. Now, this could be some inner conflict that you have, right? Do I continue on the path that I'm currently on? Do I stay with my current company? Do I make some changes? What can I do, right? You might have some little bit of inner turmoil that you're dealing with in your workplace environment, right? It may be every man out for themselves, right? No one's working together. There's backstabbing, there's infighting, right? People stealing other people's ideas. All right. You could be dealing with a person, sometimes this Five of Swords, right? This person that's right here, and he's like, I won, right? But at what cost, right? So there may be someone that really you are dealing with that really is just out for themselves. They don't necessarily care who they hurt along the way. And what a lovely person to be dealing with if that is you dealing with that. But again, the Five of Swords can also be you being a little bit confused or conflicted or challenged in some way. All right. So you may really be feeling as though there's some changes that are needed. Okay. Because when we get the Eight of Coins in reverse, that is screaming for some sort of change. All right. So, and again, you just might be just not 100% sure at the moment with that Five of Swords of what to do, what steps to take at the moment. All right. So you might know that you need to make some change. You may be putting yourself out there a little bit, looking for a new job, a new opportunity. There may even be, let me see here. No, I don't really see anyone leaving. So if you are dealing with, with a challenging work environment, I don't really see that person leaving necessarily. I see new coming in for you. All right, but I don't really see anyone leaving. So you may be the one that drops your sword and walks away. All right, and you might need to make that change because maybe that person is very well established in that environment and they're not going anywhere. All right, and you're like, okay, I know what I need to do. And you need to do something a little bit different, make some change, but you may have already put your resume out there and now you just might be kind of waiting for things to happen, waiting for things to unfold. All right, and you're waiting for that change, right? And here's your two aces coming in here. All right, that shows that there's the fruits of your labor, shall we say, are about to manifest themselves into reality. All right. So it feels like the waiting game may be over for you. And if you do decide to invest in yourself or even change your major, if that's you, it's a really strong energy coming out. So, and it happens. It happens. I've got viewers of all ages. Some of you are a little bit younger, some are a little bit older, right? And so whether you're thinking of going back to school or even dropping out of school entirely, trust your intuition on that one because you're conflicted about it anyway, if that's you. But again, maybe even just changing your focus, right? And, you might be looking to do something a little bit more creative, all right? And, or you may have an opportunity to maybe transfer some credits or something like that. So anyway, interesting energy there. But certainly some challenges that you guys are facing right now. But the future is looking a lot better. Beneath you, this is your underlying feelings. This is your subconscious. This is what's giving you the motivation. This is what you haven't quite realized yet. This is beneath the surface, driving you forward. And we've got the sun. The sun is a creative energy. It is the happiest energy in the entire deck. All right. So no matter what your current situation is, you're looking for some peace. You're looking for joy. You're looking for something that ultimately makes you really happy. You may be looking to use your creative skills and talents, right? The sun brings in that creativity, okay, that big boost of energy. You may also just be looking for the energy to move forward with something, all right? But the sun is also about fertility, growth, positivity, all right? So your underlying feelings, you're feeling really positive about your situation, okay? Even though you've got some challenges to deal with, okay, or some things to work out there, all right, you're feeling ultimately quite positive. And if you're looking at this reading going, no, I'm not feeling positive at all, that's your conscious thoughts. What is beneath you? What is your feelings? What is your underlying feelings? All right. Because, the sun really does show that, but it also does show growth as well. The sun brings in fertility, brings in energy. Without the sun shining, right? Nothing can grow. Okay, so this may be a period of growth for you as well. But the sun also brings in family and children as well. So really motivating you going forward can be for the benefit of your family, right? Maybe you're thinking of starting a family. Right? You've fallen in love, you've gotten married, maybe you're thinking of starting a family or adding to your existing family. And that's motivating you, but that's also maybe what is instigating you to do something a little bit different or to change your current environment, right? Because not only are you looking to be happy, okay, for sure, but you may also be motivated by those children, that family factor going forward, right? So you may be the sole provider. Everyone's in a different position, okay? Or maybe you have a new world of opportunities opening up that allow you to do something a little bit different. Because maybe if you're not the only sole breadwinner in your family, maybe you can do something a little bit more beneficial to your well-being, shall we say. All right. And your focus doesn't necessarily need to be on your financial aspect of what you do for a living. Maybe you can maybe you can do something that taps into your creative skills and talents. But very powerful, positive energy that is influencing you, that is motivating you, that is moving you forward. All right. Sometimes this position as well can also be like your long ago past as well. So it could be that you were on a career path or, in a school situation, in a higher education situation, and you were very happy for quite some time, and now not so much. All right. Priorities change, right? Things change. Okay. The Three of Swords in your recent past energy is fluid. Okay. So it depends when you see this reading. This could be your recent past, like yesterday. Okay. Or this can be last week or even a couple of months ago. All right, typically not too much further than that. All right, but the Three of Swords does show that there has been some sort of upset, some disappointments, maybe a loss of some sort. Okay, a loss of happiness, maybe. You may have lost your job. Okay, you may have just lost your connection with what you're doing. Okay, the Three of Swords does bring in that heartache. All right, and does bring in that disappointing kind of energy. And that's leading us into this Eight of Coins in reverse. So again, it could be that you were originally in an environment that you were really happy with. Something happened along the way to cause some disappointment, some sadness. All right, maybe a total loss. All right, because we do have that Eight of Coins in reverse. So some of you are not working and you've lost something that really actually did make you really happy. Maybe you had a really positive workplace. And with the Five of Swords, you're kind of thinking, how do I get that back? Right? Because then you never know, right? You don't know until you try. Okay. And you could just be having some troubles, some issues, some struggles, trying to find something that kind of matches the previous vibe. All right. But there could also just be a tricky situation that you're dealing with right now that is just leaving you feeling kind of down in the dumps at the end of the day. It's draining your energy. There's some conflict, there's tension, there's backstabbing, there's all of these wonderful, bright and shiny energies there that you're dealing with every day. You come home at the end of the day and you're like, ugh, I need a break. I need a rest. All right. The Four of Swords quite often does come in when we're overworked, when we're stressed, when we're burdened. All of those things. So, so your recent past, we won't go too far into it. It's the past. Okay. But, there certainly is that sense of, it could even sometimes be the Three of Swords. Sometimes it's also a sense of longing as well. All right. And that tricky kind of energy, right? It's like you longing for something and you don't have it. All right. Or you're not sure how to get it. So the Four of Swords is in your crowning position. All right. So Quite often, I quite often pull up the Four of Swords for myself when I'm feeling heavy, when I'm feeling energetically drained, or when I'm feeling overworked or stressed, or all of those things. Because the Four of Swords really does come out as a reminder to take care of yourself, or to um, do something a little bit different to ground yourself. Okay, have a nap, right? And it's sometimes we're in situations that are really draining, and there is a need there to really focus on ourselves. Okay, so the Four of Swords though does bring about peace. It brings about forgiveness as well. Okay, but it also brings about a little bit of healing. But with the Four of Swords in your crowning position, this is your goals, your thoughts, your possibilities. All right, and you are looking for something a little bit more peaceful, especially if you are dealing with a current situation that is the Five of Swords. Ew. All right, you're looking for something just a little bit better. Okay, you just want a quiet, calm environment. You just want to be at peace. Okay, you don't want the conflict, you don't want the struggles. You don't want infighting, all of these things. It's like, can we just not all get along? All right. But the Four of Swords also in this position shows that you are very much connected with yourself, your intuition, your higher self, with spirit. It is quite often a card of meditation. So if you are looking for some answers, some guidance, right? We do have Halloween at the end of the month, but at any time, this is showing you that there are messages, there's information that is coming in for you, and you may want to engage in a little bit of meditation, right? Spirit's trying to send you some guidance, okay? But the Four of Swords also does show it's a very nice, calm, peaceful energy in regards to manifestation, because it is one of that higher level connection. So again, if you are really trying to manifest something new and we do again have those two aces, you may have been waiting for quite some time, but you're at peace with it, you're calm with it, you've got a deep inner knowing that things will improve. No, I've taken my steps and I've put myself out there, and now you're just kind of very peacefully, patiently, quietly waiting for the right opportunities to come in. All right, so you're at peace with it. So your mind is calm. All right, so your mind is calm. Your underlying, your conscious thoughts are calm. Your underlying feelings are very positive. It's just you're dealing with a challenging situation. And if you are engaging on a manifestation journey, right, if you're doing work with the moon cycles, whatever that happens to be for you, this is a lovely energy for you to be in, okay? Because you're not trying to control the outcome. You're trusting that things will unfold, or that things will get better or improve, or whatever in some way for you. And even if you are dealing day to day with these challenges, or people that are not necessarily awesome, okay, it just feels as though you are trying your best to stay in alignment and to stay positive. All right, and there is some wonderful things coming in here for you. All right, so let's have a look at those. So in your near future, we have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, so first and foremost, yes, this can absolutely be a opportunity coming in for you. All right, something that really allows you to be very emotionally connected, maybe something even that you had your heart set on. This card here, sometimes it's love. The Ace of Cups. If this was a love reading, I'd be like, oh, you have a wonderful new love coming in. And you certainly may, because we also do have that energy there with the sun, and children may actually be playing a role in your career path, okay, or even your educational path, all right, whatever that happens to be. So there may be a pregnancy that is on the horizon, or that you're thinking about, all right, and that can certainly change your priorities. Of course, that won't speak to everybody, all right, but if that is you, there's either a new love or possible pregnancy on the horizon for you there, all right. But the Ace of Cups does bring in new opportunities for us to do something creative, something that we love, maybe even something spiritual, but something way more peaceful. And in this particular deck there, we do have a white dove, and the white dove brings peace, and it brings something better. It brings calm and serenity to your situation. So this can either be you finding your inner peace, all right, being open and being receptive, being ready, very much ready for new opportunities, new situations, new people, okay, and really being very positive, right? And just being there like, hands wide open, just says, yes, come to me, I'm ready to receive. All right. But I am also feeling as though there's a new opportunity on the horizon. So if you are one of those people and you're in school and maybe you're thinking of dropping out, or you're thinking of changing direction, all right, you have, probably worked pretty hard to get wherever it is now. And this Ace of Cups, you may actually have an opportunity to re-engage, reconnect with either the path that you've been on, or you resolve your inner conflict. You figure out what it is you want, what is more positive for you, what will take you into the future, what will help make you money as well. And the Ace of Cups can be you following your dream, taking that step forward, figuring it out, being at peace with your decision. All right. And you're on a fresh new adventure moving forward. And it's something that is really uplifting for you, something that is very peaceful for you. All right. But for others, I do feel as though there is a possible job offer coming in here for you, something that you may have a choice to make. Okay, because we've got the Ace of Coins and we've got the Ace of Cups. All right, we've got the Four of Wands as the energy influencing you, and then hiding right underneath that is the Two of Swords, like I said earlier. So the Two of Swords indicates that, you're at a crossroads, right? You're trying to make some decisions. It's like, do I go left? Do I go right? Do I continue the path that I'm on, or do I make some drastic change? And, it also shows that there may be more than one opportunity coming in for you. So you might have to make a decision. All right. The Ace of Cups, something that is maybe creative, something that you really love, that you have your heart set on. And then the Ace of Coins, which is your manifestations, the first signs of prosperity. All right. So you may have a choice there between something that you really love and something that has the potential to pay you a lot of money. Now, in a perfect world, those two would go hand in hand. But sometimes if we're following a dream or following a creative endeavor, all right, or following our heart even, right, something that we really love, okay, sometimes we don't initially make as much money as we ultimately want to make, but it may be something a little bit more satisfying. So you may have a decision to make in that regard. All right, but the Ace of Cups, beautiful energy that is coming in. So lots of potential. The aces are always the seeds of opportunity, the start of something new, or improvements in your current situation. All right, but always brings in that fresh energy that leads you on the path to success. All right, so very wonderful energy there. So your current attitude, it represents you, yourself, your current attitude, and also represents advice, and the Nine of Coins. Whatever it is that you are working towards, you really are looking to be successful. All right, you're looking to make some money. You may be looking to be independent. Okay, the Nine of Coins can sometimes be a solitary energy, but it's also about facing your fears, taming your anxieties, and overcoming challenges, and being on your path to success. Okay, and sometimes we do need to go through certain rites of passages, certain challenges that allow us that personal growth and that success to come in. So the Nine of Coins is one of abundance, personal success, growth, all right, making money, but also one of taming your fears and anxieties. All right. And, sometimes that Eight of Coins in reverse, there may be a little bit of fear associated with that as well, right? Seeing something through, really being committed to something for the long term. And sometimes we're not 100% sure if we want to commit to something for the long term. But after the 8 of coins, after we get that upright, all right, we move into the 9. So you really are looking to make some money. You're looking to be very successful. Some of you are the sole breadwinner, okay? But some of you as well, with the 9 of coins, you may be willing to do something that previously scared you in some way, because the 9 of coins, she's holding this bird, and it's a bird of prey. And in some decks, it's actually golden. Excuse me. Okay, but that bird of prey there, that actually refers back to anxiety and fear. And you see how she's holding it on her hand with no protective glove? That represents taming anxiety and fear, and that in itself puts you back on track, puts you on the path to following your dreams, to being successful. And, as advice with the 9 of coins, do what scares you. Sometimes we can find great success from facing our fears or from making change. But ultimately, this also, as advice, is believe in yourself. All right, believe in yourself to make change if you need to make change. Follow a new direction, a new path if that is healthier and more beneficial for you. All right, to do whatever it is that you need to do to feel as though you've hit the mother lode, to feel successful and confident. All right, you need to believe in yourself ultimately. All right. Your external environment, yes, the Ace of Coins, the first signs of material prosperity. The aces, this is lucky, golden opportunity, right? This is something that is wonderful, something that has the possibility of leading you towards this 9 of coins. Now, don't get me wrong, the Ace of Cups can also lead you towards that 9 of coins as well, all right? But maybe a slower route and a little bit of a different route. The Ace of Coins, we're already in the Pentacles, okay? So this can be an opportunity here to level up in your current situation. It can be an opportunity to gain some more knowledge, all right? And we did already say a little bit earlier that someone is thinking of going back to school. There may be an opportunity for you to do that. There could also be an opportunity for you to do that if you are working, okay, through your current company. Some companies will foot the bill for that, all right? So there may be something there, a leg up, right? Maybe they, if you ask, okay, maybe there's an opportunity there for you to do that. There may also be some financial assistance that is available to you, like a grant, even a loan. We've got a 6 of coins coming up there. All right, something that previously, like an untapped resource. All right, that Ace of Coins shows that there may be that opportunity for you there. All right, if that is something that you're looking into. All right, so new financial endeavors, new investment opportunity, new, improved, something unexpected perhaps as well. The aces sometimes do come out of left field. They are sometimes things that we don't quite expect. And so the important part is with that Ace of Cups is to be open and receptive to different ideas, situations, even people, all right, solutions. And the Ace of Coins, you just may get some very pleasant surprise. All right, so that Ace of Coins is wonderful energy of manifestation, of new beginnings, okay? All very, very possibility of leading you to something very, very prosperous. Okay, gotta love that, right? Ace is a double whammy there, both of your aces. And the 2 aces together, all right, number 11 coming out there, and the number 11 is a master number, and it does show that you may actually be coming into contact with somebody that is that raises your vibration, or who is on the same playing field as you. Number 11 is also the number of new beginnings, new, and number 11 is also a soul path number as well. All right, so there's a lot of spiritual energy that is really influencing and guiding you and helping you out along your journey. Your hopes and fears, we've got the Nine of Wands, all right? So nines do tend to be a little bit of a solitary energy. You've got 3 nines coming out, all right? You've got the Nine of Coins, you've got the Nine of Wands, and you also have the Nine of Swords, okay? And so nines really do focus on yourself, okay? And 3 nines in a spread typically mean important messages are arriving soon for you, all right? And probably associated with both of those 2 aces, maybe even the 6 of coins, which can be a bit of a surprise as well. All right, so the nines are very important. Go look up the deeper meaning of 999, spiritual meaning and angel meaning. Okay, there will be additional messages in there for you. All right, and what did I just say with 3 nines? An important message. So be open, be receptive, pay attention. All right, so but the Nine of Wands being in your hopes and your fears, you're really hopeful that the road ahead will be a little bit easier, will be a little bit more prosperous, will be you've been through a little bit of a battle, right? We do see that here. We do see that there. Okay, you've been through a little bit of a battle, some ups and downs, some challenges, some positive things as well. But, you know, you're probably feeling a little bit weary, right? We do see that with the Four of Swords. Okay, some of you might be feeling a little bit tired and run down. All right, and so the Nine of Wands, it feels like you're really hopeful that the road ahead will be a little bit less challenging, that you'll have something better, a better working environment, more opportunities for growth, more money, okay, all of these things. You're also maybe hoping that, the path in the future gives you the ability to commit to something that's positive and something that's really long-term as well. All right, but with the Nine of Wands also does come with that bit of a fear, okay? A fear of, oh God, what's next? All right, is that what if things don't get better? What if I don't find something better for me? Because the Nine of Wands, we've got a few wands there creating a little bit of a boundary. It's a little bit taking a little bit of a defense stance, right? The Nine of Wands is known as the wounded warrior energy, right? You've been through a battle, and so sometimes we are a little bit afraid of, well, I know the path that I'm on and it's not that great, okay, but at least I know what I'm dealing with. But it does have you in a little bit of a defensive mode, right? Thinking, okay, what's next? I'm ready for the next challenge. I'm not happy about it. All right. So, sometimes we do have that little bit of a fear that what if we do make some change and it doesn't work out? Right? What if we try something different and we end up right back where we started? All right, so that can sometimes be a very real fear. But again, the Nine of Coins shows that you have the ability to face your fear and to look your anxiety, your troubles, your resistance in the eye and be successful in spite of it. All right, and to overcome. So, there goes that advice to yourself, right? It's like, hey, listen to me down here. I am talking to you. All right, so give yourself a good old talking to. All right, always listen to your intuition, and it shows you're very connected there anyway. All right, but the Nine of Wands, there may be a conversation that you need to have with that Five of Swords in the middle of your reading. There may be a conversation with your boss, a coworker, something that you just don't want to have, right? And it's like, I know exactly how this is going to go. And, you're sitting there going, I don't want to do this. All right. But it may be your only way forward, right? You might have to do that. And it's always a little bit challenging when we have to have a conversation with someone that we don't want to have. But it may be your only way forward at the very least. You may find a peaceful resolution with the Four of Swords. All right. You might not be happy about needing to maybe take the higher road. Okay. But you may also get the answers that you need. And sometimes, unless we have a conversation, we are forever stuck in a little bit of a holding pattern, right? So sometimes we do need to have difficult conversations with people. And, at the very least, it gives us the answers, good or bad. right? And it actually reveals our next steps. So sometimes we do need to face our fears. All right. And your overall outcome energy, we've got the 9 of Swords. Okay, so, we've got 3 of the 4 nines, and 2 of them are the nice, bright, and shiny ones with the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. But we also have the 6 of Coins as well. Okay, so the 9 of Swords does show, first and foremost, the 9 of Swords is a nighttime card. And it does show you awake in the middle of the night. Now, we've already had a few different messages coming out of being very connected with spirit and watching for signs, watching for messages, right? Meditation, all of these things. All right. And so the 9 of Swords, pay attention to your dreams. All right. Keep a pen and paper on your bedside table. I tell this to people all the time. And keep a pen and paper on your bedside table when you wake up in the morning. The first couple of minutes that you're awake is where your subconscious mind is still dominant. And just write down the first few things that pop into your mind, even if the words that pop in make no sense whatsoever. All right. And, you wake up in the morning and your first word is dog and you don't have a dog, right? Write it down anyway, because the symbology of a dog is friendship, loyalty, fidelity, love, companionship, all of those things, right? So what does that word mean when we turn it into like dream language, right? So write those things down for a couple of weeks, and when you come back and you can have another look at it, there are messages there because our subconscious mind is trying to give us some information. So that's the first and foremost with that 9 of Swords coming out here, okay? It can also represent follow your dreams, okay? Face your anxieties, okay? Put your anxiety aside. This 8 and 9 of Swords are both self-imposed restrictions, okay? Letting our own insecurities or our own fears get in the way of making change or moving forward. And the 9 of Swords shows overanalysis, overthinking something, tossing and turning. It shows some anxiety. All right. And sometimes we build up a situation in our mind, just kind of like the 9 of Wands, right? With that 5 of Swords. If there's a conversation that you need to have and you don't want to have it, that can really throw us in this energy of overthinking it a little bit too much. And then, you know how sometimes you build something up in your mind and you're just like, oh my God, this is going to be a disaster. I know how this is going to work out. And then you actually take action on something and you're like, oh, it actually wasn't that bad. That's the 9 of Swords. Okay. So there is that need to sometimes get out of your own head. All right. And, I'm not downplaying any anxiety or anything like that whatsoever. I've got some friends that suffer from some debilitating anxiety, right? And it really is a process to work through it. But they do eventually work through it. So, however you do that to put your mind at ease to bring peace to your situation. But when we have that 9 of Swords coming out with the 6 of coins, it shows everything's going to be okay. The 6 of coins is a surprise. All right. Sometimes does come with a little bit of a financial surprise, a financial reward. All right. So whether this is something new, like again, the Ace of Coins with the leg up and the 6 of Coins shows that maybe there is an opportunity to get a little bit of money or to get someone else to invest in you. The 6 of Coins is a charity card. It's the law of giving and receiving, a reciprocal give and take, honest day's work for honest day's pay. But it can also come with a financial reward. And so if you are looking for a grant, a loan, your company may foot the bill for some classes or courses for you. 6 of Coins is that nice, bright and shiny energy that shows you that yes, that certainly absolutely is possible. And you might not even have been expecting it, right? you might have that conversation. Maybe that's part of that conversation that you don't really want to have, right? Walk into your boss's office. Maybe you're just not sure how they'll react to something, right? And that causes this little bit of inner turmoil, this conflict within you. And you're like, oh God, what if they say no? What if they say yes? What if they walk away? What if they tell me I'm being ridiculous, right? All of these things, right, that can swirl around in your head. And when you actually have that conversation, you may get a little bit of a pleasant surprise. Okay, the Six of Coins, the leg up energy. Again, if you are looking for a job, maybe there are some external resources that you haven't tapped into yet. And again, they may actually have a solution for you. And you end up with a job that is actually really quite positive for you, right? And especially if you've been in a situation like the Eight of Coins in reverse, okay, you might be overworked, overwhelmed, and you might be putting in a lot more work than you're actually getting paid to do. Well, the Six of Coins restores the balance, okay? Everything is righted. That Six of Coins, that equality, that harmony that comes in there, right? Again, honest day's work for honest day's pay, equal investment. All right, this also shows this Ace of Coins, this seed of opportunity has the potential there to grow into something that is way more prosperous to you. All right, and something that is a lot more beneficial to you. All right, and is it necessarily quite at the Nine of Coins? Probably not in October. Okay, but it still possibly has the potential. All right, so that Six of Coins does restore that balance, maybe again a little bit of financial reward. All right, and also shows you that yes, anything is really possible. Okay, everything that you've ever put out comes back to you multiplied, the law of giving and receiving. All right, and it's also a reminder, okay, to it is a charity card, so it's also a reminder that when you are flush, when you've got money, when you've got extra, give something back, because you never know when you may actually need that help also. All right, so it is that reminder of charity, right? So time, energy, knowledge, wisdom, money, okay, all of those things. You don't need money to give back, right? Time is sometimes all you need. Okay, so that is that reminder there with that Six of Coins. But like I said, it also brings in a little bit of a surprise. Okay, a good surprise. And it's not necessarily like a windfall. Okay, but again, it can be that surprise that your company pays for, a couple of classes for you. It can be, a relief on your phone bill or something one day, just when you needed it the most, right? You're worried about how to pay your bills, and then all of a sudden you get a credit or something like that. The last time I got the Six of Coins, I actually got a rebate check from, my car insurance company. Like, who the hell gets a rebate check from an insurance company, right? Not a lot of people, but that's what happened. It was like, I don't know, it was like $100 or something like that. But I'm like, cool, right? And I actually could have used an extra $100 at the time. So you never know. Sometimes it comes out with that, or maybe your cell phone company turns around and lowers your bill or something, right? It can be those little small wins that come in there as well. But I'm feeling this has way more of an impact for you than just a little bit of financial relief. I feel this is something much better for your long term, especially with those aces. All right, so I'm going to leave that there, but I'm going to close out your reading with a couple of magical spell casting cards here. Last messages, please, for Virgo. Thank you. Ooh, I like that one. I'll show you that one in a second. And oops, we're going to take that one that's stuck to my hand. All right, so we have, ta-da, abundance. All right, you got to love abundance. And of course, like I said, we've got the Four of Wands that's hiding at the bottom of your deck that brings in higher level of commitment, celebration, joy, get-togethers, and abundance. All right, so Goddess of Abundance Divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. Very nice. All right, and let's see what this other one is. This is interesting. This is the second one I've had out of this one. Sensuality, your freedom flowing from far away. I dance, I love, I laugh, I play. Now, first and foremost, okay, do what makes you feel good. Take care of yourself, right? And put that right up there with that Four of Swords, okay? Free your mind, All right. But take care of yourself. Don't forget, no matter how difficult your situation is, even if you're pounding the pavement, you've been out of work for a while, take care of yourself too. All right. Never forget to do that. Okay. Charity begins at home. All right. And if you're not feeling good, then you quite often project that kind of energy out. All right. This is also a reminder to have fun. All right. Whether you want to find a job that's fun, okay, or a healthier environment for sure. All right. But maybe you want to do something that really does give you joy. Okay. Whether that's related to a job, okay, or whether that is just that reminder from spirit to have a little bit of fun. In those times of joy, of happiness, of laughter, we raise our vibration. Love as well raises our vibration. And that's exactly what we want, right? We want to emit. We want to emit the sun. Abundance. Yes, abundance with the sun too. Okay, we want to emit the positivity. Let your positivity shine through. Tap into your inner child. Have a little bit of fun. And you will find that things just kind of flow a little bit better. All right. I'm going to leave that there for you, Virgo. I hope there was something in this reading that resonated with you in some way. If there was, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also press that notification bell, and that way you always get your updates whenever I update my channel. All right, so I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.